So if the show goes to air on the Wednesday, they'll start on the Thursday the week, or maybe the Friday the week before, and then they'll spend 6 days. They'll writer's room.
It's like animated SNL.
Yeah, they put it together.
That's wild.
Mish and Zach. Hi, welcome back from
spoiler,
the outbreak.
I hate to say this. I have watched South Park.
Yeah,
I just haven't watched it to the extent.
I had fucked up.
Hey, man, it's okay.
So sorry.
It's okay. Calm down. It's all right.
Let him apologise.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Mish has watched heaps of South Park.
No, I haven't watched heaps of South Park.
Mish has watched more South Park than anyone.
Say sorry for getting it wrong again.
Oh, sorry, Mish. Sorry, Mish. I keep fucking this up.
Oh my God.
Accept his apology.
I accept your apology.
Okay.
Thank you, Mish.
I've watched some South Park, but I don't know the history. Please tell me.
No, it wasn't really the history. So last week, Mish revealed that she was not really a South Park person. And the way you were talking, you were like, and it's quite rude.
Yeah.
I thought it was like The Simpsons.
Yeah. Like you.
No, I knew it was rude, but they've been made like 30 seasons and it's just 30 seasons of rude.
Yeah.
So South Park, right, is... So they did a couple of seasons and it was just very juvenile. Then they left for our season. Then they came back. I didn't watch it during that period. And then around season 10, I remember it being like, I wasn't really watching it, but people were like, so around 2007, 2008, 2009, people were like, South Park has gotten really good. Like it was this word of mouth thing amongst people in their like late teens, 20s.
Is that the like trapped in the closet era?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 seasons in, it became something really, really special. And over that time, it also, their process evolved. Did you know anything about how...
I legit studied them in my Masters of Screenwriting. Like they have but therefore is like their thing. Yeah.
They have like incredible
a whole
storytelling.
Yeah.
They're probably, in terms of writers, they're probably the best at, some of the best sitcom writers at storytelling. They're also like the best at like parody of story structure. Like they know film incredibly well. But on top of that, do you know about their process? Have you heard about their...
No.
Okay,
There's a documentary, isn't
yeah,
there?
there's an incredible documentary.
On them,
yeah. I think it's called 7 Days to Air. The way they operate and have operated for, like, I think since those days that I was talking about, is on... They take a day off when they're making the series. They take a day off. So Simpsons it's animated, so it's months, right? It's months and months and months to put together. But South Park, they kept the budget low, and because it was so popular, they essentially got to a point where there was zero restrictions. The only thing that they needed to check with were the lawyers. So they were allowed to make whatever they want, and the studio wouldn't have any say. And they do their entire episode in 7 days. So if the show goes to air on the Wednesday, they'll start on the Thursday the week, or maybe the Friday the week before, and then they'll spend 6 days. They'll writer's room.
It's like animated SNL.
Yeah, they put it together.
That's wild.
Quickly. But because of that...
Can you imagine how stressful that would be?
Oh my God, that makes my asshole...
Does it make you feel sick?
It makes me feel physically ill.
Do you know what? I kind of like it because you're not like labouring.
Don't get me wrong.
You're not.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think a time limit's really important on some things. But I think I just have worked on like big shows that are really like week to week and it's full on.
I think my criticism of most Australian content, right? Most Australian comedy, I love it all. This isn't talking about anyone that I'm friends with or peers with. But my criticism with most Australian stuff is there's too many stakeholders that it isn't the sharp, it doesn't have the like fresh inspiration of the quick process.
Oh, 100%.
Versus, there's just one other point, versus not enough money to have the considered perfection wrung out of it that the best of Simpsons has. Simpsons was months of writing. South Park is a week of writing.
By
the worst
people
of
who were very
Australia.
good.
The worst of Australia is it's like a little bit in the middle.
I would kill for as like going back to like a weekly sketch show in Australia because I feel like that would be the thing where like you could take characters people were really into and do them the next week, and you could like that's how you would pick your runners and like.
Don't you reckon though, if we had the opportunity to do that in this country, it wouldn't be what we want anyway because there's no trust. To me, what you're saying is what's really cool is there's trust in these two amazing writers. Obviously, they've created 30 seasons, but in other countries, there's trust that they give the money to the people to create something good. Whereas my opinion is that in a lot of comedy that's produced for TV in Australia is, like you said, there's so many stakeholders. It's that there's so many people that need to be pleased by the end of this. We need to cover all of those bases, which is incredibly stressful. And in doing that, we have to go back to the same format that we've always used.
But I think what I'm saying is if you then had another 2 months, you could do the Simpsons thing. So the Simpsons thing, they're famous for, they would sit in a room, they'd have the script, they'd beat out the story, the person would go out and write it, then they would bring it in and they would have joke runs where the writer's room would sit in a circle and go through line by line and go, is this the funniest joke? Is this the funniest joke? Is that reference the funniest reference? And they would spend like massively long days sitting there, and they would sit and think for maybe like often like like 20 minutes just for one joke, hours just for one joke. That's one way to do a show.
Absolutely.
But then the South Park way is awesome as well because it's just like they don't overthink it.
Yeah, I think to some extent as well, the South Park thing was so successful and felt so exciting because the internet was starting to change everything as well. Like I think it was timing. I think they were making stuff in the way that we always made it, and there was a way we did it, and then the internet started to put pressure on us to be more referential or be more current or be more up to date with what's going on, and for them to then move to that, what is how we got response to like R. Kelly, and like he was in the media, so then he was in South Park. Like we were getting a lot more like. You're
so right, and it's like it's part of the biggest problem with TV when it competes with the internet is it's so slow comparatively.
Yeah.
So just to give you an idea, Mish, they had episodes like the election would happen on the Tuesday. The next Wednesday there was an episode about that election out. Like that's how cricket is, and that's where I go like,
what a fun room to be in. So much coke in that room.
No, it's all Trey Parker and Matt Stone. It's all, and I think it's Trey Parker essentially. They writers room it, and then Trey Parker, is it Trey or is it Matt?
Yeah, Trey, I think. Yeah,
Trey just goes and writes it.
Yeah,
and he just does it, and it's very like.
The plotting technique that we were taught of theirs is as simple as, but therefore. So they have a story, they have the premise of the show, the episode they want to do. And so they're like, Cartman starts playing World of Warcraft, but obstacle, therefore the result of that obstacle, but another obstacle, therefore, and that's how they would plot every episode.
That you can never that's the rule that you can never have an and.
Yeah.
So it's never and, it's always but.
Well, I wish them well because the show is good and I hope people watch it.
What I'm saying to you, Mish, is...
I'm pulling for them as well. I hope they do all right.
Yeah, I hope they do all right. But
if they want to call me and get any advice, because I have worked in TV for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
If they want to call me and get some advice.
These guys are like the biggest TV writers in the world.
Yeah.
They wrote a hit Broadway musical.
Sorry?
Okay.
They wrote one of the most successful musicals.
I just don't see them in like the mainstream much, you know?
Yeah,
like, I feel like they're
by
sort of
choice.
in obscurity.
What the fuck are you guys talking
Zach,
about?
what I'm saying is that I've worked in television for 3 years. And within that 3 years, 9 months.
Yeah.
I've had 9 months experience.
Yeah,
They've been making South Park nearly as long as we've been alive,
and I'm like
man.
And if they want some advice on how to take it to the next level, they can call me.
Yeah.
Really?
And I'll help them.
You honestly think you've got that?
I just think Mish has
Do you doubt that I don't have good advice about television?
For Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
I think I could give them some good advice.
Do they know about what it's like to be a woman? Drop the mic.
But do they know what it's like to... I don't know, Zach, there's little things that you need to consider. Like, do they know what standby means?
Yeah.
If someone says standby to you on set, do you know what that...
And
do they know what that means?
if they know what, travelling means, or like I'm 10-1 or 10-2.
Yeah, exactly. Behind.
That's
a big one.
Backs, that one. Yeah, that was actually
They've worked on live action sets. They've worked on live action sets.
Well, I mean,
order up. Do they know what order up means?
Maybe, but also it's American. They might have different
wait.
systems.
Do they know what that means?
I guess why I'm saying
Ivanhoe Medical Clinic, Mish speaking. Do they know what that means?
All I'm saying
Ivanhoe
is
Medical Clinic.
All right, aftercare, we're going to need to sit down and put our listening ears on. Do they know about that?
Do they know about that?
Guys, are you like now making in-jokes about specific jobs that you two did?
Yeah.
Because you know if you're alienating Zach and Tom, it's probably not a good sign.
I think we took people on that journey.
Hey, I think it is time to play.
Well, I just want to say one thing about South Park, Mish. What I'm telling you is you're a comedy writer. Season 9, 10 and 11, around that era, seasons sort of 8 through 15, 16, like is some of the best comedy writing of all time. There's no overstatement there. Go get yourself a Paramount Plus, have a treat, because the World of Warcraft episode is something else.
It's so good.
I recently did get Paramount Plus because we had to watch Santiago.
So while you're on Paramount Plus, go watch those seasons. Okay. That era, is insane. And you can check with me what's good.
Yeah, cool.
And then maybe next time you're at the Melbourne show, you'll finally get that South Park show back.
Fingers crossed. But also, what's really great is because I work in TV, come August, I'm completely and utterly unemployed. Yes. So I'll have heaps of time to watch South Park.
Oh, Mish, I have something to tell you. It's pretty dark and scary on this side.
Okay. See you there.
It's, come join me.
Okay.
Because guess who's rewatching The Mindy Project?